Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a long time since I've made a YouTube video of any kind, so I just wanted to do a little update and talk about stuff because I'm bored. So, I guess I bought a house, so that's super cool. And since I've bought in a house, I've sort of developed a houseplant addiction, which is sort of going around right now. I feel like a lot of people are getting this houseplant addiction thing. So I thought, since I have like a gazillion plants, that I could show you guys all of them and do a little tour. So I think we should get started. Okay, so we'll start this off with my favorite plant. This is my I can't say it. Wandering Dude plant. I love him because he has these bright purple leaves underneath. He vines out super long, but all of his vines seem to grow back up, which bothers me, but eventually I think they'll get too heavy and I'll get the curtain I'm trying to get here. See, I'm starting a curtain. And then I have his baby here. I started this a few weeks ago from cuttings. Just a couple of them, and it's really taken off. It's a full-size plant now, so eventually he'll be just as big as this fella up here. Then I have my croton. I got him from a Walmart, which is notorious for giving people spider mites, but I've just been keeping his soil just a little damp and misting him several times a day, and I haven't had any spider mites. I haven't had any leaves drop except for one new one that was developing here in the center, but it's good now, so that's good. These are just some plants that aren't ready yet, so I don't even remember what they are, but they're growing. And then I have here my absolute favorite plant that I've ever owned. This is my variegated cascading jade. It only has a little bit. You can see the white here, but when I bought this plant, it was only like 3 inches long on this branch, and now look at this freaking branch. It's like it's going on a trip somewhere, and finally the other branches are growing to catch up with it. So there's that. This is, I don't know what this is yet because it's kind of deformed. I just adopted it from somebody who's giving it away, and I think it's a calanco or something. And there's supposed to be like a bundle of plants up here, and instead it's doing this. But I don't have the heart to cut it back because it has bark on it, which means that it's old and I don't want to fuck with it. I'm just going to let it be ugly and disturbing. And then up here is my second favorite plant. This is my African milk tree. It's also variegated. It's the type with the red leaves. Some of them are kind of crispy because it got kind of cold in here. But it's super toxic, super bad for you, and I love it so much. And over here I have my calathea. I have this one just sitting out doing whatever it does. It has a new leaf that just doesn't look happy, but I don't know what it wants from me, honestly. It's just flopping around down there. It's got lots of new leaves coming. I love them so much. And then up here I have my Pearls and Jade Pothos plant. This is just a little baby one I have growing. I put him here, and it was ugly when I put him here, and now he's sort of picking up and trying to look beautiful. And I have this ponytail palm, I think. I don't know what this is. Dragon tree. This is what this is. That I stole from my ex-boss's office off of his plant, and then I'm trying to get it to root. But if you look here, I don't think it's very happy. This is a tiny itty bitty lipstick plant that I stole off of the mother plant when I thought I was killing it, and I totally was killing it at the time. And I have these random cactuses up here that I don't really water or do anything to, so hopefully they just live. Then I have another cascading jade of a different variety. These are cuttings I took off of it because it was getting too big for its pot. So they look kind of goofy right now, but eventually it will settle in and start weighing itself down and looking like a normal plant. And then this little guy is a succulent that I killed, I thought, and then I realized it's still alive, so I repotted it into this teeny tiny nursery pot. So Over here, I have a pothos plant. I believe it is a marble queen, but I also seem to be able to find some golden pothos and some of this type of pothos. Like, there's different kinds in this pot. I'm pretty sure, see, that one's really golden. So I really don't know what type of variety it is, but I'm just trying to grow it out here and sort of bring this corner together. This is like my little Christmas corner here. Then here I have a spider plant. I saved it from Safeway, so I don't know. I think it's doing okay. Feels like it needs some water, but here I have a regular jade plant. This one's super healthy. It's probably my biggest jade plant right now. I love jades. They're so easy to take care of. They're so easy to propagate. Yeah, I love this thing. I bought that a few months ago and it's just taken right off. Then here I have a bird's nest sansevieria, and he's kicking up a little baby, which I'm super excited about, and he's given me a few new leaves, and there's a little, it's hard to see it, there's a little baby leaf starting in there, so I'm really happy about this one. It doesn't have a lot of vigoration on the leaves, which is kind of sad, but it doesn't really get enough sunlight over here, even though all of the lights in my house are grow lights. Here I have my Easter cactus. It's in full bloom right now. It's still popping out new blooms. It's so beautiful. It's so vibrant. It's cat friendly, and I have little demons, so this is one of my favorite plants this time of year, but we'll see what it looks like once all the flowers die. And then I don't know what this is either. It's some sort of ivy. I did read about it, but I forgot what it was already. It's not super happy. It's kind of in shock since I brought it home. We've got two different types of ivy growing in this pot. We've got this heartleaf one, which I'm not sure what it is, but it seems pretty happy. And then this one with the little tiny yellow stripy leaves. And it's been growing here for about 2 weeks now, so it's starting to settle in. Okay, so now I'm going to take you guys to my bathroom. It's hot in here. This is the hottest room in the house. So immediately you're bombarded by plants. I have my Dieffenbachias here. This one wasn't happy. I tried moving him out of the bathroom and he's been punishing me for it ever since, but he's starting to look healthy again. And then this guy, look at this leaf. What? Look how freaking beautiful his leaves are. I love him so much. And then I have an English ivy here with some fully vigorated leaves, some white vigoration, and some of this green. And it's surprisingly happy. Everyone told me it was going to die, but it's fine. Then back here I have a very, very sad, very crispy Boston fern that I cannot make happy. So I'm just letting him die in the corner. Here's my aloe vera, which is my first plant. It's grown 3 new leaves since I got it over a year ago, and lost 2 leaves since I got it, so there's that. And in this corner I have a regular sansevieria plant. It's got 2 vagarations in it, classic, and then I believe this is a moonlight sansevieria. I could be wrong. I don't really know much about plants yet. I'm still learning. He lives there. These are some more grow lights I have in here because I can't put them in my regular bulbs up there. And then my beautiful rubber tree. He is one of my favorite plants ever as well. They all are, honestly. I love all of them. This isn't very good lighting. I'm sorry. He's got a new leaf, and it's the cutest leaf in the whole world. It's so adorable. Yeah, I love it so much. So that's him. He sits on this gold stand that I made from a stool. That's my water heater for some fucking reason. Anyways, so yeah, this is one of my favorite rooms to sit in and like have a shower, and all the plants get their humidity from us showering in here because it gets so humid because I don't like to run the fan. But this is the hottest room in the house. And then I'll take you into my plant room. It's super messy in here, so I'm still moving into the house, so I've got some dirt and stuff swept up into a pile. But I have a cutting from my pothos plant, and this is what I mean by different varieties, because this is a completely different type of pothos than this, which is a completely different type of pothos than these. So I don't really know what's going on in this pot. It's a complete mess, but this is my all-time favorite pothos leaf. And then I have this here, which is my variegated ribbon plant. It's a little crispy. I don't know what it wants, but it seems like it's pretty happy otherwise. And then I have this baby pilea plant my mother-in-law gave me. And it's shooting out a teeny new leaf, so maybe it will live, who knows. Got some of that going on. It's a baby spider plant I'm growing in a coffee container. Up here, this is a variety of a wandering dude, but I can't remember what exactly it is. It's a bird something or something like that. It's very, very toxic to pets, and it's really ugly, but it's constantly flowering. You can almost see there's teeny tiny flowers on it right now. So it lives up there, like way up here. And then I have this spider plant that I stole from my office that my cats promptly mangled, so it's not doing very well, but it's doing its best. Then I have my mother plant here. It's got a couple dead leaves, but I just usually pop them off. It's shooting off babies like crazy. Look at all the babies it's got. Look at all these babies. And I've got this bowl of succulent leaves, and they are starting to grow. I've got some roots growing there. So, one step at a time. Then, if we go up here, this is my mother lipstick plant. This is my second plant I ever got. It lived in my apartment with me and just starved of sunlight and any nutrition at all for a long time and lost all of its leaves. It was down to just, this is like my only main branch left, and you can see I cut it back here and like all over the place, and now it's blooming and it's happy. There's a broken leaf. I just pulled a leaf off of it. Whoops. Shouldn't have touched that. Anyways, I have a bunch of little Hoyas. They're all soaking up some humidity and sunlight in these little bags, and hopefully they grow roots. And this pot is a dead pepper plant, which I brought inside to winter over. And it gave me 3 sets of blooms after I brought it inside with all new fruit, and then promptly died for some reason. So it's gone. Rest in peace. This is a little planter I made. It's got the spider plant from that mother plant I showed you, and some wandering dudes from the mother plant I also showed you. And I think it's going to look really cute in the summertime. Then I have here my pink polka dot babies, which are growing pretty okay. I just planted them over here earlier today, and we're going to see if they live or if they don't like it. And then I have an aluminum plant here. I love him. He's very toxic to animals and people. Then here I have an anthurium. My boyfriend gave me this, and I had no idea what I was doing with it. So it lost quite a few leaves, and that one leaf got a little crunchy. But it's got beautiful orange blooms on the top. Then I have this lovely torch cactus. It's gigantic. It's huge. It's pokey. I can't touch him, and I don't know if he's happy, but he lives there. And then I have this cute little baby fiddle leaf. Not fiddle leaf, oh my gosh. Weeping fig tree. It's rooted in the soil here, and it's just, I'm letting it adjust to its environment. We'll see how it does, or if it dies. It might die. I haven't ever propagated one of these before. And then the mother of that is this 6 feet freaking tall weeping fig tree. It is huge. It is literally touching the roof. It's ridiculous. It hasn't dropped a lot of leaves, actually. Normally they drop leaves when you move them, but climbing around it here, it hasn't dropped that many, maybe like 15 leaves. I love this tree. And then here I have an orchid that I adopted from that same person, which gave me the funny looking plant in the beginning. And they have it planted in peat moss, so I'm not sure how it's so happy, but it seems okay, so I'm just letting it be. I have a little mint baby here. It needs some water. It's drooping. But as soon as I water that thing, it's going to perk back up. Got another orchid here. It's got big, beautiful leaves. This is my Himalaya plant. It's an Senecio Himalaya plant. And it's also not happy. But I don't know what it wants. Maybe it's thirsty. Then this is an orchid my friend gave me for my anniversary. And it's still blooming. It's been months. Look at those blooms. This is my string of pearls. It's growing new pearls, so it must be happy. That's as far as I can tell. Look at those little weird strings that pops up. This seems like it's doing good. And another strange and deranged orchid plant that is planted in peat moss for some reason. My master bathroom, I have this, can't remember the name of this moss, but it's actually surprisingly happy. Club moss, that's what this is. It lives in my bathroom, along with this figuration of a Transcendia or Wandering Dude. I love this. It reminds me of chocolate. I don't know why, and I love it so much. And up here, I have another Pearls and Jade. It's got a yellow leaf because I dared give it water. Every time you water these, they will drop a leaf for some reason. So there it is. Well, there's two. But that's fine. It makes room for new growth, and I have no problem with that. And then my gigantic mother trailing jade plant. I had to battle mealybugs on that. So it lived. I killed the mealybugs. I killed the spider mites. And now it lives here all alone in case it ever decides to get sick again. It looks amazing up there. There is one more plant that I forgot to mention because it's hanging up in this window in here. I normally have this entire window in the front full of plants, but because it gets really cold out, I move them all to shelves. But I do have this variegated Transcendia or Wandering Dude, and he's pink. And I've got him right in the window because I want these freaking leaves to turn pink. And they're not doing it for some reason. I thought that they were supposed to turn pink with the sun, but they haven't done it yet. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna try to be patient, and hopefully, eventually it turns pink. But yeah, that's all my plants as of November 15th, 2019. So I'll get back to you guys in a few months with more plants and maybe some plant care tips on how I battled a pretty bad mealybug and spider mite infestation, and one, which most people just give up. But I can't give up on stuff like that, and I didn't. So yeah. Or if you guys want a house tour, I'll actually like clean up in here and show you guys the whole house. That'd be cool. Okay, bye.